Well, I think too, the support system that Lee has is to be commended. And we definitely like when our job is easier with the support system of the family also plays a role, because if you have that support system, and like Mr. Chafin said, he's highly motivated, and if we could ask for that, it's just exceptional.
Thank you. Very enlightening. Appreciate that. I'm sure viewers out there have been now a little more informed about vocational rehab services. And you said something about eligibility.
Individuals who are interested in vocational rehabilitation services, there are offices in most cities in Tennessee. For an individual to be eligible for vocational rehabilitation, now I'm saying eligible, and that's based on an individual having a disability. This is an eligibility program, not an entitlement program. You have to meet a criteria in order to receive services. So, having said that, we would look at getting medical documentation. We would ask first and foremost that you meet with a vocational rehabilitation counselor. And again, you can access that information if you've got a computer. Go to the Tennessee.gov website, and you can find the vocational rehabilitation link there. If you're in Nashville, you can, of course, look at the blue pages of the state government, and you can find vocational rehabilitation. But you would need to meet with a counselor. Let that counselor direct you in completing the necessary paperwork in order to receive vocational rehabilitation services.
Thank you. And I want to just make a comment about part of Lee's plan called for the use of assistive technology. And assistive technology is a communication device that's used to assist Lee. What was interesting when I asked Lee about why doesn't he use a communication device such as maybe a Digivox, where it communicates a voice, and for example, if he presses a button and he goes to McDonald's and say, I would like to get the Big Mac, and it'll speak for him. But Lee has opted not to do that, and that's because Lee
always talk for myself. I will computer talk for me.
Wow. Yes, and what Lee basically just said is he doesn't want a computer talking for him. He has his own voice. And how powerful is that? That's fantastic, and I'm glad you made that decision, Lee. I think it's a good one, and I support it. Something else that Lee does in his pastime and recreation, Lee has also received 7 to 8 trophies. Tell them about your trophies, Lee.
My car competition.
Lee entered into a car competition, yes, and he has entered in for the loudest bass sound, and he's got 7 trophies for that. And I bet, Lee, you could probably be in the Guinness Book of World Records if you take that to the next level. Do you want to demonstrate that for us? Give us a little bit of the sound. Show us how you operate that. Let me get this out for you. Is that okay? Okay. Here we go. And show them how you use. There you go. What Lee's doing right now is attempting to boot up his system. and we'll be able to hear the music that he's been playing in car audio shows, where he's won 7 trophies.
Now when the sun come up, I'll be there to say what up in the morning.
All right. Wow. Sounds good. Hey, Thank you, Lee. That's fantastic. I also have some pictures of Lee I just want to share with the camera. This is Lee's life. The camera could zoom in here. Here are some pictures of Lee as he's developed through life. I love that cool blue suit right there. And this is Lee using his using the keyboard, completing an assignment. This is a picture of Lee growing up, and and we all know what that picture is, right? That's a pretty picture. Yeah, very special. And Lee's also been involved in special events with Easter Seals Camp. I encourage people to take a look at Easter Seals Camp. If you notice right here that Lee was involved in a unique camp that boosts confidence and hope. I think you want to talk about his involvement in that? How did you get him there, Miss Bessie?
Well, he went to camps every year. It's an Easter Seal Camp.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Mount Juliet at the time.
Okay.
And he would go and stay a week, and they had counselors come out and help him, and they would do whatever they needed to do to help the children that needed help, and they would stay out there, and he loved it. He waited for every year to go out there.
Thank you. We will now watch one of our students in the class talk about you, Lee.
I'm not really good at speaking, but pretty much what I wanted to say is the benefit of having him in class is that you get to see how sociable somebody with disabilities are. Like before having someone like Lee in class, I just figured it'd be kind of hard and kind of tough and for someone with disabilities to be able to hold a conversation, but he seems to have confidence and he seems to, have a sense of humor, and he's really fun to have in class. So that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you.
My name is Bethany Pascal, and for Lee to be in the classroom is motivation for me, and I'm sure it's other people as well, because we're classified as those who are normal, and sometimes it's hard for us to get out of the bed and actually come to class and do our work, and actually when we have all of the proper functions of our body. And Lee has his disadvantages and his disabilities, but he still makes effort to come every day. And then when he does come, he has a positive attitude. I've never seen him with a frown on his face. And I can't say the same for myself, or sure other people can't say the same as well. But just having him here is motivation. And it makes you want to go the extra step because we have, all of our proper bodily functions. And by him not having everything that he needs, he's still pressing forth.
Thank you. We have a special guest who's just joined us, and I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself.
I'm Jeannie Knetzer. I teach high school here in Rutherford County, and I have a special interest in just helping these kids graduate high school and succeed out in the real world with whatever they choose to do.
Jeannie, you've taken my transition class last semester, and we talk a lot about transition, don't we?
Yes.
School to work, school to higher ed, school to college. How do we prepare students such as Lee? Looking at Lee's stories, listening in and to our program today, what advice would you give parents or students who are receiving special education services so that we can have more success stories such as Lee's out there?
Start talking early. Do not wait until their senior year to decide, oh no, what are we going to do next year when they graduate? We start talking with our kids their freshman year.
Sure.
What are you interested in doing
Right.
when you graduate high school? Do you want to go to work?
Yes.
And if so, what area are you interested in working in? Do you want to go to college? If so, what do you want to study? What are you going to do with it when you graduate? Start preparing early.
And we're so fortunate to have a person such as Dr. John Harris at MTSU who does a phenomenal job with his faculty and staff to be able to do something like this for Lee. This just does not happen. I want people to know this happens with a very strong supportive staff, strong family,
Absolutely.
and a good transition coordinator such as yourself, Jeannie, to be able to bridge this gap and make this possible. And I hope to our viewers today that you understand that anything's possible, and we just have to go the extra step, the extra mile, put our minds together. All of us don't have the answers, but some of us do. But when we come
Yes.
together, those answers and become solutions. And Lee, we're so excited that you are here today, and I hope your inspiration is contagious. It goes across Tennessee, more importantly, it goes across America and the world. And if Lee can do it, so can you. Let's roll one more clip. And our last closing clip, let's listen in to clip number 3, Jeremy Bland and Jeremy Burks. Let's listen to what they say about Lee.
Hello, my name is Jeremiah Bland, and having a special education course is very beneficial to me and to Lee and to all of us, which is his classmates. I feel that if a teacher can have an impact on a student's life to become a teacher, why not a regular student with disability can have an impact on another student's life to become a teacher? And seeing some of the things Lee do and overcoming some of the obstacles of coming across the classroom and having them outside traveling to other classrooms, I feel that it has inspired me to become a teacher. And this is the only special education class that I have, and I feel that having a special education course is very important to future teachers, because if you can't accommodate, various types of students with different needs, how can you be, a good teacher? So I'm learning a lot of good things in this classroom, and talking to Lee, coming in and out, hey, what's up, Lee? How's it going, Lee? And getting feedback, it's put a smile on my face for today. So that's why I like it, having friends from all over.
I'm Jeremy Burks. It's just been really good to be in a class with Lee and, see how well he's done, overcoming all the obstacles that he has, and just to show, he shows us an example of working hard, and, even though he's got all these limitations that makes it harder for him, he still strives to be successful and to, want to still do this and not let what somebody's opinion of, him not being able to do something hinder him from doing what he really wants to do. And it's just really inspiring to be in class with him and see, the example he's showed us.
Wow. I would like to personally thank each one of you here today for coming and sharing this time, a very special time, showcasing Lee's story. I hope that the message is one of inspiration. It's one of, yes, we can do this, but we can do this. It takes a team. It takes a team of professionals. It takes a team of a family to pull this all together. And ultimately, I would like to wish you the very best in your life. And thank you for being a friend and also a student in my class. And I wish you the very best. And I want to end with one thing that Lee wrote down here. He says, my future for after December 19th is when he's graduating. He wants to find a good job, something that he wants to do on computers. But he also writes, I would also like to meet a female that likes me for me. And he also wants to start a family and have some kids of his own someday. And he says, maybe one, maybe two. And I'll end on that note. Thank you.